If you're thinking about buying a betta, don't do it yet. Watch this video before you do so that you're prepared for the fish before you bring them home. But unfortunately, we have to talk about something first. Almost 5 years ago, Lisa and I did a video about bettas, and we're going to start this one off the same way we did that one. Look, we pronounce it betta. I'm sorry. I've pronounced it betta for 30 years, and there's no changing it now. If you can't tolerate hearing it pronounced betta, I get it, and I won't be mad at you if you click off now. Just understand, you'll be wasting your time if you go to the comments to correct us. So have a good day. We'll see you on the next one. Oh, and Lisa pronounces it betta too. I take responsibility for that. Anyway, here's the list of the things you need to know before buying a betta. If you're brand new to the betta world, you might be like, wait, they need a heater? What? I see them all the time in the cups at the store, and I know they're raised in liquor bottles that obviously don't have heaters in them, so I don't get it. Why do they need a heater? Well, the two countries most bettas are bred in are Thailand and Indonesia. Those countries stay warm to hot year-round. A cool day in Thailand is 85 degrees, so yeah, they don't need a heater in the farms. But your betta at home definitely needs one. Most people in America, at least, keep their homes at 72 to 75 degrees, which I do not understand. We're set at 66 degrees in this house year-round. What are you, a tortoise or something? Just think about it. Imagine you're a betta that was raised in a minimum of 85 degrees your entire life, and then you're brought home and put in little Tyler's 1-gallon tank at room temperature of 72 degrees. You'd be miserable. Will the fish die at 72 degrees? No, just like you wouldn't die at 66 degrees, but you'd have a sniffly nose, and because your body temperature is lower, you'd be more susceptible to sickness. You'd be walking around feeling like you have a cold all the time. Well, your betta's the same way. He won't die if it's 72 degrees in his tank, but he won't be happy. Bottom line is, your betta needs a heater. They're tropical fish, not goldfish. So get one of those little heaters for your nano tank and you keep your betta happy. And yes, that means you too, Tyler.
Have you ever seen an aquarium that has a slight tint in the water? Some could be even as extreme as looking like there's iced tea in it? Ever wonder what that is? They're called tannins, and it happens when certain driftwoods and botanicals are added to the aquascape, but this isn't just for looks. Botanicals like catappa leaves and alder cones, they leach these tannins into the water, and from what I've heard, they help to prevent funguses and some bacterias. These tannins also help to lower the pH and soften the water, making it the perfect environment for bettas. Think of it like taking vitamins and supplements yourself. You're not taking it because you're sick, you're taking these because you want to prevent getting sick. Yes, it's true, a lot of these tannin causing items will tint the water, and how much it tints it will depend on how much you add to the tank. Some people, like me, like that look because it makes it look more like a natural environment, while people like John prefer their tanks to have water that's so clear it doesn't look like there's water in there at all. You can get the same antifungal and antibacterial properties without having the dark water with products like this. It's Fritz Dark Water. It's awesome stuff. And you know what? It hardly tints the tank at all. You wouldn't even know it was in there. I'm a believer in tannins and appreciate the health benefits they provide. And yes, I love the look of dark water aquascapes. One of my favorite aquascapers in the whole wide world is Melanie Holmes, and she specializes in this style. I'll put a link to Melanie's Instagram in the description. Take a look and see if you like that style. If you want the benefits without the iced tea looking water, try the Fritz Dark Water. Your betta will love it.
Bettas are and probably always will be the most popular fish in the hobby, and because of that, you're going to see them in almost every style tank imaginable. You're going to see them in tiny bowls with no filter or heater. You'll see them placed in a vase with nice flowers in it, and you might even see those idiots that put them as centerpieces at their wedding reception. If you're one of those people, get over yourself. There's even major manufacturers that advertise beta tanks that are 1 and 2 gallons. All of these tanks and setups are super appealing because so many of these fish are bought on impulse. And then after a little time goes by and they've completely fallen in love with this fish, they realize they've made a huge mistake. So I'm gonna save you that heartache and also save you some money. Don't buy any of those things. Just skip right past them and go straight for the 5-gallon aquarium for your beta. People are under the impression that betas can be housed in anything because they've heard they're raised in liquor bottles and then placed in tiny cups at the fish store. They think they're doing the fish a favor by putting them in a half-gallon vase. Is it vase or vase? Yes, it's true. Most beta farms overseas raise these fish in liquor bottles, but believe it or not, they do this to keep them from fighting each other. They're called Siamese fighting fish for a reason, and if they're raised in a big pond all together, it would just be a huge bloodbath. If you bring a beta home and you put them in one of those little teeny tiny plastic containers with the pink lid on it that has the grooves cut in it, you're gonna hate that thing eventually, and you're gonna jump up to a 5-gallon aquarium. So why not just skip past all of that? Do this right from the beginning. Start off with a 5-gallon and a couple of the other things that we're gonna talk about this list, and you'll be starting this thing off right.
This is the easiest segment in the whole video because the hobby has made feeding a beta super easy. You don't even have to think about it. Companies like Extreme, Northfin, Hikari, and Seachem have developed foods that are specific to a beta's diet, so it takes the guesswork out of feeding them. You know, if you feed any of these foods, your beta is going to get everything he or she needs to not only be happy, but to thrive. But what if you want to mix things up a bit and give your beta a treat? You know, because we like to be nice to our fish, right? Well, that's where frozen bloodworms come in. Thaw out a cube of these worms and give them to your beta and watch him go crazy. It's hilarious to watch them slurp them up like spaghetti. Just don't overthink this. We get emails all the time where people want to feed the best of their beta and they're growing out Daphnia and brine shrimp and vinegar eels. These foods are great and probably the best possible food you could give to any fish, but the process of culturing them adds another layer of work to this already demanding hobby. Plus, if you only have one beta tank and you're growing these foods, you'll have way more than one fish could possibly eat. Just keep things simple and feed them foods that already have these things in them. And I know a great place where you can get them. KeepFishKeeping.com is our website where we sell everything you'll need for your beta, including all 4 of the manufacturers I mentioned earlier. And when you click the link in the pinned comment, enter beta in the box at checkout to get 10% off. And we don't just sell stuff for betas. We have everything you need for any fish, and you'll get it at a discount price just for watching this video.
This is another one that's probably going to make you say, thanks a lot, Captain Obvious, but you'd be surprised how many emails we get that say, is it okay for me to put 3 males in my 20-gallon tank? Or how many male betas can I put in my tank? You think it's common sense, but a lot of people don't know. There's a reason betas are called Siamese fighting fish. Most people in Asia don't even call them that. They just call them fighters. They might look all cute and colorful, but these fish can be absolutely vicious to other betas in their tank. It doesn't matter if it's other males or females, these fish are bullies and will fight any other beta in the tank until someone dies.
I'll fight you.
Oh, Neville's not a bully. Now it has to be mentioned that this is mainly males. The females are a lot more laid back and can even be mixed with other females if the conditions are right. We'll touch on that more in the members video. Wait till the end of the video to find out how you can watch that. Now we really don't need to spend any more time on this. Male betas cannot be mixed with other male betas, period. Just don't do it.
I'm a firm believer that a beta tank without live plants is just not complete. It's not a preference, it's a must for a lot of reasons. Live plants, especially stem plants and floating plants, provide so many things for your beta tank. First is they provide places for him to explore and swim through, which will keep him active and prevent boredom. Next is they provide much needed hiding places for the fish to retreat and feel safe. This is important because think about it. He's in a tiny box and several times a day this giant blurry thing comes up to the box, opening the lid. It can be pretty scary. Live plants also help keep the environment healthy by sucking up the nitrates in the water. But I get it, you hear live plants and you think,
ain't nobody got time for that.
And I get it. What about artificial plants? Well, they're great too if you don't want to go with live plants. Just understand they'll provide the first two things I mentioned, but won't provide any of the effects on the tank that live plants will. But I get it, people think live plants are just more work. I could argue the opposite, but you know what? Fake plants are better than nothing.
Water parameters with bettas are super easy, and it shouldn't be something you have to fuss with. As I said earlier, bettas do like their water a little warmer. Keep it around 78 to 80 degrees and your fish will be nice and cozy. As for the pH and water hardness, they like their pH right around neutral and they like water softer. Does this mean if your water comes out of the tap at 7.6 you need to run out and get an RO system? No. You can drop the pH and soften the water using botanical products Lisa discussed earlier, or even the pH neutralizer from Fritz. This takes any pH, whether it's higher or lower, to neutral, which is 7, which keeps things super simple. And if none of this appeals to you because you like to keep things super simple, just buy water. You can buy pre-made Betta water at most pet stores, or just go to the grocery store and buy spring water. I normally wouldn't suggest that because if you have a 75-gallon tank, you're going to be buying a whole lot of 1-gallon jugs, but most bettas are going to be kept in a 5 to 10 gallons, so it's no big deal.
So there you go. Did you like our list? Do you want to know 3 more things that you can learn about your bettas? Click the join button down below and become a member, and you'll get bonus items from all of our Sunday videos. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, use code BETTA to get 10% off at keepfishkeeping.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week with another list. Bye-bye.